Let's talk about second chances in dating. Should you give someone the benefit of the doubt after a nah first date, or is it better to say, thank you, next? Maybe they were nervous, maybe they had an off day, or maybe their idea of best behavior was barely acceptable in your book. First dates can be tricky, but second chances? Even trickier. So, how do you decide who deserves a redo and who should stay in your past? Stick around because today we're breaking it all down: when to give someone another shot and when to let them fade into the blurry background of your dating history. That's it all interesting. I hope you'll stick around because that's what's on the agenda. Let's kick things off with this, a simple truth. If they were rude to your server or anyone else on your date, anyone you encountered, you've got your answer right there. No second chance even needed. First dates are when people usually put their best foot forward. If they couldn't even bring their basic manners to the table, what makes you think they'll suddenly turn into a beacon of politeness on date number 2? Rudeness, whether it's talking down to staff, treating you like an afterthought, or just acting entitled, is a one-way ticket to no thank you. You're not here to teach someone how to act like a decent human being. So save your energy for somebody who shows up with the respect that you deserve and everyone else does right out of the gate. Nerves are the ultimate saboteurs of a first date, and they can show up in one of two very extreme ways. Some people get chatty, too chatty, very chatty, filling every sentence with a monologue about their cat's favorite TV show or their undying love for spreadsheets. And others retreat into themselves, answering questions with one-word answers that make you wonder if they're even interested in being there. Well, here's the kicker. Just because someone didn't ask you a single question, as sad as that is, or they gave half-hearted answers, doesn't necessarily mean they're not interested. I've had so many clients come back and say, oh, Carrie, I was so nervous. I completely blew it. I barely said anything. And when I did, it was just awkward. And this is why it's important to ask yourself this question. Were they disengaged or just overwhelmed? If they seemed genuinely nervous but sweet, consider cutting them some slack. They may have been kicking themselves all the way home, wishing they could have done better and have a do-over. Nervousness doesn't make someone a bad match. It just makes them human. The second date is often where you'll see who they really are once the first date jitters wear off. Ah, the mythical spark we hear about all the time. Everyone's chasing it like it's the golden ticket to a perfect relationship or Willy Wonka's factory. But here's the thing. A great first impression doesn't always mean long-term compatibility, and a lack of fireworks doesn't mean you're doomed to a lifetime of boredom. Let's just be real. Instant chemistry is often fueled by nerves, hormones, or a particularly flattering photo on a dating app. It's fun, sure, but it's also fleeting. The real magic, that happens over time when you discover somebody's depth, their humor, and how they handle life's little curveballs. I always tell my clients, the spark is overrated. A quick thank you to today's partner, Taboo. Taboo was created to address the intimacy issues and challenges that we women face as our hormones change over time. From menopause to childbirth, or simply the natural shifts that come with age, these changes can impact how we feel in our bodies and in the bedroom. But here's the good news. Experts are on our side. Taboo partnered with gynecologists, urologists, and even pelvic floor specialists to create products that help address common symptoms like dryness, low libido, and even painful sex. Their Golden Hour kit is designed to make sexual health a natural part of our everyday self-care. Because taking care of ourselves shouldn't stop at skincare or fitness. And what makes Taboo different? These aren't just toys. They're beautifully designed tools that are backed by experts to help women stay connected to their bodies and maintain a vibrant, healthy sex life. The products are designed to support women in maintaining their sexual wellness through every stage of life. If you want to learn more, check out the link in my description below. And don't forget to use the code CARRY10 to get 10% off your order. Because our sexual health isn't something to ignore, and Taboo might be just what the doctor ordered. I always tell my clients, The spark is overrated. Some of the strongest, happiest, and most attracted couples that I've coached didn't feel that instant wow. Instead, they felt curiosity, comfort, or a sense of possibility. So ask yourself this: did they show qualities that matter? Like kindness, maybe humor, a hint of it? Did you leave the date thinking, I'd like to know more about them? Don't dismiss them just because there weren't fireworks. Chemistry can be like a fine wine. It takes time to develop, but so worth it in the end. Number 3 is where we separate the contenders from the pretenders, because effort isn't about extravagant gestures or perfect plans. It's about showing genuine interest and consistency. Did they follow up after the first date? Do they seem curious about who you are, or just going through the motions? Sometimes, though, the vibe isn't about their effort, it's about their level of interest in you. Maybe they didn't feel the chemistry, or they weren't drawn to your personality at all. And that's just part of dating. Not everyone's going to be into you, right? And honestly, that's freaking life. Rejection doesn't mean you're not wonderful. It just means the match wasn't there for them. The key is to assess their actions. Are they texting you back with enthusiasm? Are they trying to plan a second date? Or does their energy feel flat, like they're just not excited to keep the connection going? If you feel like they're putting in effort and just need a little more time to warm up, great, offer that generosity. But if their interest feels half-hearted or like they're doing you a favor, it's time to move on. You deserve someone who's all in. Your intuition is one of the most powerful tools you have in dating, so don't overlook it. Sometimes even when someone seems great on paper, something feels off. Maybe their words didn't match their actions, or their energy left you feeling weird or unsettled. On the flip side, someone who didn't blow you away might have, sparked a sense of that curiosity we talk about. That's your gut nudging you to explore further. Whatever your intuition is trying to tell you, don't ignore it. It's there to guide you towards the right path. If you've been here for any length of time, you already know what I'm going to say here. It's what I always say, and that is that unless there were multiple red flags, a straight-up deal breaker, or 3, that unmistakable ugh feeling, then we go on a second date. And that's because generosity is a gift to them and to yourself. And everyone has an off night now and then. But the best connections oftentimes need more time to unfold. So offering kindness lets you see somebody under better circumstances while giving yourself the chance to uncover a potential gem. That said, this doesn't mean you're expected to ignore boundaries or toss aside all your standards. If somebody lacked respect, effort, or decency on the first date, they've already shown you who they are. But if their kindness and respect came shining through, even if it wasn't love at first sight, consider giving them a second chance, and it might surprise you. When it comes to dating, being on the fence is normal, especially after a first date that was more lukewarm than electric. But here's the secret. I share with all my clients all the time, and I share it here. The only way to get off the fence, and I'm going to show this meme again, is to go on a second date. Second dates aren't about commitment, they're about clarity. Chemistry doesn't always announce itself with fireworks and parting heavens. It often grows quietly, revealing itself as you spend more time together. A second date's your opportunity to lean into curiosity and answer the lingering questions. Can you laugh together? Do you feel at ease with this person? Is this somebody you want to keep getting to know? But let's not forget the bigger picture. Dating isn't just about the outcome, it's about the process. Every date, whether it leads to something magical or not, is a chance to refine your instincts and understand better what you're looking for. Also, it strengthens your confidence. So approach second dates with openness and intention. Be curious, be honest, and above all, be kind to yourself. Whether it's a yes or a no after date 2, you're going to leave with more clarity about what feels right for you. And that's a win every time. If this episode hit home for you, be sure to check out this episode here about green flags. Green ones, those are the good ones. And hey, before you go, give my mom her thumbs up. She's here, as always, reminding you with enthusiasm that a little click goes a long way. You don't want to let her down, do you? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Just tap that button like you're hitting the snooze button on the alarm on a Monday morning. I appreciate you being here today. I'll look forward to next time, and until then, have a good one.